Hi there. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals. Uh, Happy February. I'm Catherine. I'm here with a little thrift haul from two different stores. And hubby and I also went to it was called an antique and nostalgia show, but it was basically, when we got there, it was a room in a hockey arena. But you know what? I got a few things and I'm okay with that. So a lot of their stuff was way overpriced, which I expect, but usually at a nostalgia or a thrift show in smaller communities, you can get better prices than, say, in shops because they're just renting a little booth or table for a 1 day fee rather than having a monthly rental bill to pay for a storefront property. So sometimes they're a little bit more open um, to fudging with their prices that they're asking because they don't want to have to pack all that stuff up and take it home again at the end of the day. So that's why I said, let's go, sweetie. And he was happy to do that. And I got a couple of things, but not much. But I'm happy with what I got. Let me get on with it. Anyhow, okay, thrift store things first. Um, I got a funny thing, and it really doesn't have to do with junk journaling, but I'll find a way to reuse this fabric. I think this is a placemat that someone made. And then there's you can wipe your face afterwards with this. But actually, what I want is this little pocket. And I want to, let me tell you what I do. Here's a Catherine confession. Oh, it was 79 cents. Here's a Catherine confession. I when I go to bed at night, I turn out the lights and I like to turn on either my Sirius Radio FM or iHeartRadio, and I just listen to something calming and peaceful with my earbuds in. And I use my phone, of course, but I end up with my phone on my bed, and then I'll hear a crash in the middle of the night because I've fallen asleep and it's fallen off the bed. So, what I'm hoping to do actually is just maybe use either safety pins or maybe clothespins and pin it to my bed sheet up, somewhere out of reach. We got a massive bed, hubby and I. So, and that way I thought I could put my phone in the pocket at night. So at least if I roll around somewhere, it would hopefully stay in the pocket um, and not crash on the floor. Or else if I wake up, sometimes I wake up way too early. It's pitch black. It's 5:15. I really don't want to get up yet. I'll turn it back on again and I'll just listen to the morning news. Um, and at least this way, I'm hoping maybe I can find my phone in the dark without waking up my sweetie pie before before he has to get up and go to work anyhow. So that's my hope. I just wanted the pocket for 79 cents. I wanted this pocket and I figured I'll just trim it. I'll trim it and sew it. And you know what? Who knows? Maybe I'll find something that's kind of cute. Look at that fabric. That's kind of cute. Somebody made that. That's handmade. Well, homemade. It's a sewing machine. So I got that. Happy with that. I got this. It looks like it's a table runner. It was $1.59. I didn't get my senior's discount this day, but I didn't spend much. I liked the lace on this. It's very pretty, and that would look nice. I like floppy lace sometimes, drooping out of a journal. So, and there's lots of it on this for $1.50. That's a good deal for all that lace. So I was happy with that. Now these I'm really, really happy with. I'm going to leave some white and I'm going to tea dye some. they're not handmade, but they're still pretty. They're little cotton, I guess, coasters. I guess they're coasters. They're cotton, and they're pretty. Look at that. Isn't that cute? They're not very big. What can I show you so you can get an idea of? I mean, here's my hands, so you can see. They'd make really cute. Where's my scissors? Let me get this off. They'd make a really cute little pocket in a journal, and they're quite, quite sturdy. And maybe I could even play around with that center area, or even, 2 pockets. Anyhow, 3 for 79 cents, and I cleaned them out because they had a few. 1, 2, I grabbed them all. 3. Oh, this one was 4 for 99 cents. 3 for 79 cents and 4 for 99 cents. So I have enough to last a long time. So I'm going to tea dye half, and I'm going to leave half white. Let's get that out of the way. Now I found some funny little old lady table runner things, but I rather liked them because they're see-through, and I thought they'd make lots of tucky spots. I don't know, this stuff, it's sort of like felt. It's kind of, I can't imagine wanting this actually in my home decor, but you know what? My gran would have totally loved this. My little gran, my dad's mom, would have totally loved this. And that's a zigzag stitch. I think somebody made these, like, as opposed to a factory. And I got 2. So I think they're kind of pretty. Who knows? 8 for 79 cents. What does it hurt? And if I cut them up, well, I'm going to wash them and starch them and press them. So we'll see. We'll see. I found some wrapping paper. It was 10 cents. But I thought that these might be fun for fussy cutting. Let me find this smaller piece. I didn't realize it was in pieces. That's okay. I'll still use it anyways. Look at these. Aren't they lovely? And I thought for fussy cutting, and they wouldn't bulk up a journal too much, but they're still pretty. So these are going to come downstairs, and tonight when I'm watching TV, I will be fussy cutting all these playing cards. So 10 cents. That's a lot of fussy cuts for 10 cents. That's very nice. I found, oh, hold on. I'm dropping things back there. I found a paperback of Little House on the Prairie. And I actually love Little House on the Prairie. This was 50 cents. I love Little House on the Prairie books because they have awesome word snippets. The little illustrations by Garth Williams are cute too, little black and white illustrations. But they mostly have really nice word snippets because she was very descriptive about what they were seeing along the way if they were traveling, to build the little house on the prairie or the little house in the big woods. They just make, like soft noses together, or whisper. Like that makes a nice word snippet right there. The deer turned their heads. That's a nice word snippet. Wouldn't that be nice in a solstice journal? So I like these ones, and the reason I like them as well is because it's a larger font. So it's very quick and easy to see when you're putting a word snippet. I should show you what I'm talking about when I'm talking about a word snippet. Just in case someone new has landed here today. And if you're brand new, welcome. Hi, thank you for stopping by. Let me show you what I'm talking about when I say a word snippet. A word snippet is when you cut out a collection of words out of a book. Let me make sure that that's there. And then, if you want, it just makes a little collage a little bit cuter. Here's a word snippet here that I put on this tea bag pocket. And I put a word snippet that says, having a hard time doing this one-handed, into the forest. And of course, there's little forest creatures on tea carts in there. It just makes it a little bit more, cute. So I don't know what they're officially called. I call them word snippets. And this one is just, these books, they're great. So if you see these really cheap, buy yourself one, because it'll keep you in word snippets for years. So happy with that. Oh, and the thrift store books were 50% off. Oh, I found this, and I think this is just Dollarama. I think this is Dollarama lace, but I'll use it. This lace makes for nice, I'll cut it in half and use both sides to make little headers for the tops of my hidden hollowback spine books. It's just pretty, and this will last forever. And so I was happy someone didn't want that. I'll take it. Now here's some nice things that I found. I found a book. I wouldn't have paid what they originally wanted for this, but because books were 50% off, I was happy to pay for it. And I loved it. First of all, I loved it because it's completely a beautiful red with gold on it. I loved that the author goes by her husband's name. The author was Mrs. Humphrey Ward. Who knows what her first name was, but in that era, a woman was known, by the man in her life. It was patriarchal, and obviously whoever donated it ripped out whoever the original owner was. But it's lovely. 1903. So this is going to be fun to give new life to. It's in abysmal shape. It's not a classic. It's not in beautiful condition. So this is exactly the kind of book that will just breathe new life and go, oh, yes, I get to be a junk journal now. That's what I'm at. I'm so out of my mind here, but I get such a kick out of giving these books another chance. Oh, rats, I was hoping it had ads. Sometimes these old books have pages of advertisements in the back for upcoming books or other books that you could order from that publisher. Anyhow, price. They were asking $3.99. It was 50% off, so I paid $2 for it. $2 for a 117-year-old book. So this is I can feel that this is really, really thin. I'm going to have to do some TLC to restore this spine, but it's completely restorable. Whenever possible, I really love leaving the original spine looking like the book it is, rather than having to resort to covering it with lace. I know some people actually prefer the lace for the sake of the lace, but for me, I like when you can pick up this book and think, oh, it's a book, and then you open it up and you find out it's somebody's personal journal. Little thrill. I gotta tell you, a little thrill. Now this one I love because I love books with quirky titles. And look at this title. Creative and Mental Growth, a textbook on art education. I just love that. Isn't that a great title for a journal? Because journaling really is creative and mental growth. It's so therapeutic. What year is this? No year there. Let's see if there's a year here. 1947. So even that, this is, 1951. So it's 68 years old. 69 years old. Wow. Oh my. That might have to go right back into the book. Oh dear. Anyhow, cool book with a cool title. I can see this looking, I can see myself making this a little bit industrial looking, putting some of my metal stuff on it and hanging some keys off of it and that. I liked it. Anyhow, it was $3, so 50% off. It was $1.50. So I don't mind paying that for a book, but that really is on my cusp of what I will, come on. That really was on my cusp of what I will pay for a book to restore. Now, for the antique and nostalgia show, I didn't get much, but it was fun looking through the, it was fun looking through the stuff. Although I found the patrons, the people attending this, it was really strange. They were really kind of pushy, not the vendors, the attendees. Like they were trying to get at these tables as if it was a Boxing Day sale or a Black Friday sale. Like I actually a few times had to say, "Excuse me," like there's no rush. It's not as if everything was on clearance price. It was really, really strange. Anyhow, I worked my way with patience through it, and I found a few things. I found one lady. She was lovely. Oh, I forgot something downstairs. I put it in my purse because she was going to give me a bag, and I said, no, don't. I don't need a bag. I'll put it in my purse. I got a cute little white handkerchief that was hand crocheted, the trim around it. I'll find it later and show you maybe next week. Anyhow, I found lots of little hand crocheted lace trims. And you can see there's lots of different prices on here. $2, $3, $1, $1. So I just said to her, I'm buying all, I held them like this. I said, I'm buying all this. I said, would you just take $5 for it? And she said, sold. So I'm happy. $5 for all this hand crocheted lace trim. And look at this one. This is my favorite one. And there's lots of it. Not sure this is hand crocheted, but it's certainly delicate and beautiful and old. And I just look at that. Nancy will know. My Nancy, my crafty crush. She will know. That's machine though. You know what? You can tell. You can tell by that. And you don't see all the little individual loops the way you see the loops in something like that. But I love it anyways, because it's really, really flat, so it won't bulk up the journal. I love it because it's off-white. Oh, this one's my favorite one. And those almost look like little bumblebees. So I've been gathering stuff for a bumblebee journal. Not bumblebee, bees in general journal. So I got that one. Let's look at this. These are cute. So let's see. Oh, look at that. Pretty. Very pretty. Happy with that. Let's see this one. These little snack-sized bags were dry. The woman's husband obviously was helping her out for the day, and these snack-sized bags, he was re-bagging some other stuff with these little snacky bags, and he was so frustrated with them. And you could tell they were just the cutest little couple, because he was going, why do we have to use these? And she'd say, just be patient, keep working on them. And then she was come back and help me. Oh, they're cute. That's cute. I like that. All right. I like when you can run into couples that you can tell they can finish each other's sentences. I love that. Oh, this is pretty. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm happy. Is that all in one? Oh, that must have been off a pillowcase. Okay. That's very pretty. Isn't that nice? Okay. I'm going to have to rebundle all those up, but I can do that later off camera. Oh, My hands are killing me today. I don't know if any of you guys have arthritis in your hands. But boy, oh boy, some days are just worse than others, and I don't know why. Certainly today, weather-wise, isn't any worse than any other day we've had this week. Well, that's pretty too. See how you can tell? Like this person who hand crocheted this has a very loose gauge in their style, and it's a little bit sloppy. But you know what? That's what makes it charming. My mother was such an amazing crocheter and knitter. Oh my goodness. And I swear she never looked down. She just kept watching Hawaii Five-0, the old one, the Bookham Dano one, or Streets of San Francisco. She liked that one too. And The Night Stalker. She would just be watching her shows, and her needles would be clicking like this, or her crochet hook would be going in and out like this. And sometimes I'd just be watching her instead of the TV because it just amazed me. She tried so hard to teach me, and I can crochet. Don't enjoy it very much, but I can crochet. Knitting, I just never got the hang of, and just never enjoyed knitting. Anyhow, I'm wandering off topic while I'm looking at this hand crocheted lace, but I still love it anyways. It's got that homemade charm. Oh, it's a little blurry. There we go. Now this is a little funny thing, but it's the junk journaler in me. This was at a booth that I was looking through, and her card was so pretty. I picked it up and I was looking at it, and she goes, "Go ahead, take one." And I said, "Well, I'm probably not going to." I said, "I'm not from around here," and I said, "It's just pretty." And she goes, "Well, you can have it." And I said, "I'm probably going to cut it up and put it in one of my crafty things." And she goes, "That's fine." So I'm probably going to fussy cut the inside out and fussy cut that. Somebody out there someday is going to find this in their junk journal. Now, what else? Oh, the best thing. Whoa. All right, let me get that out of the way. Okay, I got, and it's probably not going to fit in the whole thing. I'll turn it sideways. I got, it said album on it, and I loved the colors. I loved the sort of violet color and this beautiful Dijon mustard and the gold. I loved it, and it said album, and I thought, is that photos? And it's not photos, I'll tell you right off, so you don't hold your breath any longer. But it is cool, and it was a great, great, great price. It's somebody's album full of postcards. It's falling apart. Inside the front cover, I don't know if you can read it. It says, "To Kathleen from Mother, Christmas 1905." Yeah, 1905. And it's just full of postcards. But they're new. Some of them are written on. Hold on. Is that one written on? Nope. Look. Isn't this amazing? I haven't counted how many are in here. It was obviously somebody quite religious, because there's a lot of Sunday school cards in here. We missed you at Sunday school, or else graduating from a certain class in Sunday school. Isn't this something? It's falling apart. Crumbling away, falling apart. So I don't mind whatsoever taking it apart. Teacher's report. Hold on, I've got one down here. Oh, that one's falling apart. Teacher's report of absentee. That was obviously in somebody else's. Cute. Yeah, somebody has taken it out of an old. They obviously was glued into some other album and then put into this album. That's fine with me because it's all coming out. Anyhow, I'm thrilled with this, and it's full. I haven't counted yet, like I said. I haven't found anything with a date yet. But the book itself said 1905, so perhaps that's when Kathleen started saving. I don't know. Who knows? That looks quite new, that one. Anyhow, I got all these for $20. And I can't buy those individually for, I mean, usually old postcards, they'll bag them and sell them individually for $3, $4, $5 each. Unless it's a really, really desirable one, then you're looking, they can get up into $30, $50 and more. So $20 for this is quite worth it. Now I'm looking at this cover. Oh, too careful. And I'm wondering if this would make a nice, make a lap book out of it, perhaps. I don't know, I want to be able to do something with it. The cover is so beautiful. I'll have to think about it. Anyhow, so now I'm going to turn off the camera and start pulling out all these postcards. And I have my postcards sort of sorted into what specific greeting it is, you know, whether it's Christmas or Easter or birthday or religious. So I'm going to start doing that. So I'm going to do that off camera. Hope everyone's having a great day. And thanks for watching along. Hope you enjoyed this little thrift haul. And I'm also going to get back to work on this little baby, The Story of the Birds. It's almost finished. I'm hoping maybe by tomorrow to have this little sweetie pie ready to go into my Etsy shop, I hope. All right, take care, everyone, and we will talk soon. Bye.